A United Nations report into the violence in Syria shows there's been an increase in deaths since Arab League monitors arrived in the country. The United States says the figures show the Syrian government is doing nothing to end its crackdown on protesters. Instead, President Bashar al-Assad is vowing to restore security with an iron fist. Middle East correspondent Ann Barker reports.
Arab League monitors were mobbed as they drove through a main street in the city of Homs. Chanting, "The people want to execute the president," local protesters placed spent ammunition on the bonnets of their cars and pushed notes through the windows in the desperate hope the observers could still somehow stop the Syrian regime's relentless crackdown. The monitoring mission has turned increasingly nasty. 11 observers were wounded yesterday at Latakia in Syria's north after a pro-Syrian mob climbed onto their vehicles and began attacking them. 2 Kuwaiti monitors were treated in hospital but were later discharged. The Arab League hit out at the Syrian government, denouncing it for failing to protect their safety. The most public attack, though, was from the Syrian president himself, who's mocked the monitoring mission and accused the Arab League of scheming against his regime, although he remains open to an Arab solution to the crisis.
We do not close any door for any Arab initiative as long as they respect Syrian sovereignty.
Bashar al-Assad blames a foreign conspiracy, including the Arab League, of trying to destabilise his country. In a televised address from Damascus, he vowed even tougher measures against those who challenge his rule.
Our priority now is to regain security, which our country has enjoyed for decades. This can only be achieved by hitting the terrorists with an iron hand.
Opposition groups say the president's speech is an incitement to violence.
He is still speaking of reform in the shadow of the tanks and the massacre. Bashar al-Assad's position shows that his ideas and politics are bankrupt.
The United Nations says more than 5,000 people have been killed since the anti-government uprising erupted in March. And President Assad's speech gave no sign that the bloodshed is about to end. Ann Barker, ABC News.